So product is a winter-specific selling goods. Sells through the year, a lot of variations. We are mostly running profitable auto campaigns. How do you control spend after winter without losing? Okay. So that's your question, is after the peak season, because you're mostly running an auto campaigns, you're wondering about the momentum. Question is, I don't want to lose momentum of campaigns by making false decisions, lowering bids, or restricting campaign spend. Okay. I appreciate the context. I love when I get questions that give me that context. So I really appreciate, kind of like that follow-up here. One thing I'm going to say is if you are primarily focused on auto campaigns, you could run into some potential issues come Q1. Actually, either like December 24th, December 25th, watch for that conversion rate dip. Okay. So this is what you're doing, is you're watching for when your conversion rates take a drop, because they will. If it sells really well in winter, if it's a pretty giftable product, a lot of people are looking for, I want to get this product shipped in by Christmas. And as soon as your ship times go out past Christmas, you will see a significant and immediate drop in your conversion rates. So that conversion rate drop is a trigger point in which you're looking for. And what's going to happen is, because things are going well, conversion rates should continuously increase the deeper we get into December and the closer to Christmas. And so you're probably going to be increasing bids, right, to capitalize on all the positive things, because ACoS is going to be great, right, because conversion rates are going up, means ACoS goes down. That's just the way the trends go. And what happens is Amazon, because it's an auto campaign, it's probably going to latch on to a specific search term that works really well for you right now when conversion rates are up. For example, we have a product line that we advertise, and we went back and we looked at the search term reports for like Q4, specifically December, because we wanted to know what was our best search term, what was our best performing new search term in the month of December specifically. Our best search term, the one that drove sales at a very profitable ACoS, was the word baby. Now, should I be bidding on the keyword baby? I would probably never assume that was a really good search term, because it's so broad, it's so vague. We absolutely crushed it on that keyword, right? So we increased our bids, we're increasing budgets, we're working to capitalize off this positive momentum. But what happens, because there's so much search volume on a keyword as vague as baby, as soon as conversion rates dropped, we're still spending on this. If it's in autos or bot, Amazon's still like, hey, we've seen positive trends here. This is where I'm going to push all the traffic from, right? Well, the problem is, as soon as that conversion rate drops off, your ACoS goes through the roof, because you're spending so much on broader terms that convert really well in peak season and do not convert well at all after you get out of that peak season. So what you're going to want to do is watch your search term reports very closely and watch your conversion rate trends. As soon as you see those conversion rate trends drop, go in, start looking at short date ranges again, because you want to see what's happening right now, and start looking for all of those terms that are absolutely bleeding cash. And you want to need to be very quick and reactive with this. Unfortunately, what happens in a lot of accounts, if you're not paying attention, is you're going to have this trend and you're not going to catch it until like a week in, because you just don't know to anticipate it. So anyone who has most of their account focused on broader terms or auto campaigns, these work phenomenally peak season. They will absolutely crush you as soon as those conversions drop. So I would say I wouldn't be worried so much about losing momentum as I would be worried about making sure you're correcting for that conversion drop in the form of adjusting your bids, potentially adjusting budgets, and then make sure you're adding negative keywords. And those negative keywords, maybe you want to keep a record of them somewhere, because you might want to remove them, next Q4 or test them, in my recommendation. So I know that was a long-winded answer, but hopefully those of you watching got some value out of that, because that's a very, very common scenario. Like kind of, again, post Q4 peak, that slump and that absolute craziness. It gets exponentially worse if you have most of your spend in autos and broader.